This is Bobby Hewitt with Creative Thirst. In today's episode of Health Business Mastery, we're going to be talking about traffic trends for health supplement brands in 2022 and beyond, what trends I see, where I think traffic is going to be going in the next year or two, and what you can do about it now. Welcome to Health Business Mastery, the Creative Thirst podcast. I'm your host, Bobby Hewitt. All right, so where are the top supplement marketers getting their traffic in 2022? And where will they shift traffic to in the next 2 to 3 years? So to answer that, we first need to look at what's changed in e-commerce because of the pandemic. So the biggest change was more volume in both buyers and sellers. From 2019 to 2020, the global share of e-commerce in retail sales jumped by nearly 4.5% in 1 year. Now, to put that into perspective, the historic pace of growth for global e-commerce sales is roughly only about 1% per year. So here's what's happening. E-commerce businesses and big brands are pushing more into e-commerce selling, and they're going to continue to market more online. With the continued growth of online sales, there's really no slowing down now. We're going to see a continued steady uptick year over year. Yes, the pandemic did propel the numbers by about 3 years forward, and that created a new shelf. But the pace of growth for global e-commerce sales will continue, I believe, at the historic rate of about 1% each year from here on out, not at the newfound lift. So we saw a spike, and that brought us to a new level or a new shelf. And now we'll continue to see growth at a steady pace. We'll probably see a little slip off as new brands leave the marketplace that are unable to keep up. But overall, I think the competition for ad dollars is going to increase. Big brands are still getting traction with Google, Facebook, email affiliate, native ads, and more. And they always will because they have the budgets and the back end to their channels. Now, more competition in e-commerce in general has a few ramifications for supplement owners. First, higher costs for digital advertising. Facebook CPMs have increased almost 50% in 1 year. That's big. Now, what does that mean in terms of dollars? Well, according to Statsa, the cost per 1,000 impressions of the CPM on social media advertising grew from an average of $4.51 US dollars in Q2 of 2020 to $6.37 in Q2 of 2021. So think of this as a force that's pushing up on ad costs, while at the same time, social platforms like Facebook traffic, that is the number of people getting to your page, is being pushed down due to the compliance restrictions for supplement brands. Now, what can and can't say on Facebook is different from FDA compliance. Facebook wants to push direct-to-consumer supplement brands out and replace them with bigger brand marketing advertisers. Or they want to drive the D2C supplement brands more towards offer-driven marketing, where you're presenting an ad for X% off or big sales. Meanwhile, the conversion force is being pushed down. So for D2C supplement brands, the conversion force has been suppressed by Facebook for years as they restrict how you sell supplements. Again, they want brand advertisers on their platform. They want to keep a clean image. On top of that, I've seen a steady increase in mobile shopping for the last 8 years. That's no surprise to anybody, and it shouldn't be a surprise to you. And I've seen a lift in mobile visitors due to the pandemic. So, mobile is another force that's pushing conversion down because as desktop typically converts better, globally the conversion rate for desktop is 2.59% compared to 1.86% on mobile. So mobile conversion rate optimization, particularly the checkout experience, has been a priority of e-commerce websites for several years now. If you don't have it dialed in 2022, you need to make this a top priority for your business. And Shopify and ClickFunnels, if you're using those platforms, they do not have the best checkout experience for conversion. Yes, it's a clean user experience, but this is another area where people buy supplements differently. And the out-of-the-box cart on those platforms like Shopify and ClickFunnels and others are not optimized for conversion. They are optimized for user experience. And there's difference when selling supplements. So we have a mix of a few things coming together here. Ad dollars are not going as far as they used to anymore. There's rising demand for paid ads due to more competition, not just with other supplement companies, but all e-commerce demand for traffic. The rising demand creates rising paid ad costs as demand grows faster than supply. It's driven up further as larger online businesses put more budget into digital ads. Meanwhile, privacy changes have removed the ability to get granular with ad tracking. There's approximately 20% variance now between reporting and what Facebook says. Although Google's SMART goals is a great workaround, but in the end, brands will have to make it up with higher budgets or moving to other platforms, which is a trend that's happening in the market right now. But higher ad costs will be on those platforms as well, resulting in higher ad spend for 2022. On the other side of the business, there are rising costs. Increasing shipping costs for one are coming for 2022, and inflation is at 7% right now, while some predict it to reach 10% for the next 10 years. This is going to really increase the cost of goods for supplement owners and really everybody. So profit margin is getting squeezed. The rising costs will drive a lot of the supplement companies out of business that don't have their conversions and average order value dialed in. A lot of supplement brands will simply be priced out of the market in 2022 and 2023 as the market rebalances during that time. The bigger supplement companies that have higher lifetime value will take less margin today for more of a bigger share tomorrow and squeeze out those small and medium guys. Before that happens, though, there will be a diversification into other traffic channels for a better ROI mix. And this is where I think the opportunity is for the mid-figure supplement owners. Typically, for a 7-figure supplement business, they're using at least 3 channels for traffic or more. For sub-7-figure supplement brands, I actually recommend focusing on just one channel and then dialing that channel in before moving to another. So how can supplement brands grow in all this turmoil? Well, I predict there will be a shift towards other digital marketing platforms in 2022 specifically. Those platforms that I'm thinking are shifting to are email, YouTube, and Google Shopping. You'll notice social ads are not on my list. It's difficult to cut out social ads altogether because they own such a large share of the market and eyeballs. But let's look at email first. The bad news is that I believe the privacy trend will extend towards email. I think it hasn't really hit yet. GDPR was only the start. Privacy restrictions in the email channel will result in a shift on that channel in 2022, maybe even in 2023 if it's a bit slower. As a result, I think email will become more relationship orientated rather than transactional. And the need for more value-added and trust-building emails, changing the way supplement brands approach this channel, is going to be big in this coming year. Really getting granular on the customers who want your emails and treating them differently. This may mean sending less emails or more relevant ones for some. and segmenting your list is going to become even more important than ever, as well as purging unengaged subscribers while making a bigger effort to re-engage those that are less responsive. There's one channel that I think is going to explode as a result, but I'm reserving that information for my paid supplement clients. Let's look at YouTube as an ad channel. YouTube has been the Wild West for quite a long time. Advertisers, especially direct response supplement advertisers, have been getting away with a ton on this channel. It's a great alternative to Facebook ads, and my prediction is more ad dollars from supplement brands are going to shift here to YouTube for as long as it's still good. I think we have a good runway here by a few years, actually. Now let's talk about the Google Shopping ad channel. So since 2019 alone, Google Shopping ad spend has increased by 38%. Visitors from Google Shopping land on your page with a very high intent to buy. So for e-commerce businesses in particular, shopping ads work far better than normal PPC ads. The downside is that Google Shopping is really just a price comparison engine. So much like Amazon, it's a race to the bottom for the mid to lower funnel level advertisers. It should absolutely be a part of the ad channel traffic mix, especially now before it gets really saturated. The channel is going to change how supplements are sold, shifting it to a more hybrid e-commerce direct response strategy versus a pure e-commerce play. I'm already moving my supplement clients in this direction, and they're seeing success. But let's look at an alternative traffic source beyond these three big predictions that I just made. Let's look at affiliates as a traffic channel to possibly double down in 2022. So the biggest direct response supplement brands have always used affiliates as one of their top traffic channels. Typically about 30% of direct-to-consumer supplement companies' revenue comes from this channel. It's a good channel to balance out the rising costs of ads that we're seeing and will continue to see for probably the next few years. The pay-for-performance model is very attractive with affiliates, but it's not an easy channel to jump into cold. And there's a lot more to it than just paying for performance. It's still a paid channel like any other, and it's not as easy as Google or Facebook ad platform. You may need to prepay to get your offer sent by an affiliate, or even pay a make good if they send your offer and there are no sales. And you'll need to do a ton of testing and optimizing before your offer is even ready for an affiliate. Success with affiliates comes down to an already strong converting offer with cold traffic and who you know, because it's really about getting people to send for you. And those are the best affiliate deals are made one-on-one. So it can be a slow channel to start with, but promoting other people's offers can go a long way to establishing a relationship, at least to start with smaller affiliates as you work your way up the ladder of affiliates. If they also have an offer to promote on their own, then you can do a swap, and that's even better. But top-tier affiliates have too many proven offers to even accept a new unknown at this point. It's so hard to break in with those top tiers that you have to first build relationships through smaller affiliates and work your way up the ranks. But once you have an affiliate flywheel going, it can be a great source of additional buyers without having to deal with a lot of the mess that comes with the big traffic sources. But it's not free. It's costly, and there is mess involved with it. It's just a different kind of mess. And you have to provide email swaps, ad creative, tracking links, and other resources, making it as easy as possible for affiliates to promote your offer. Okay, let's recap. All of the big traffic channels, Facebook, Google, YouTube, have all matured to the point of saturation. The big non-supplement corporate brand advertisers have flooded those platforms, rising ad prices and demand for ad inventory. So the shift toward greater privacy will only continue, causing more attribution problems. It might even lean back towards less direct response marketing and more brand marketing, but I'm not so sure yet. But that's only a luxury that the big brands can afford, even if it does, not the small to mid-cap supplement companies. For supplement brands like that, I can see relationship-driven marketing taking center stage over time through channels like email and maybe even live selling or whatnot, and Facebook and other platforms for small supplement brands to do actual one-on-one live selling. But that's been getting so much hype lately that I think it may start to die down. I'm not really sure where that's going to go in the future, but it'll be very interesting to see how it all plays out. So what's your traffic strategy plan going to be in 2022 and beyond? Are you thinking of moving more over to email, more over to affiliate marketing, YouTube, live sales? Let me know. Send me an email at bobby@creativethirst. I'm really interested to hear where you want to go with your business. Creative Thirst is a direct response digital agency focusing on conversion rate optimization and A/B testing. We work with dietary supplement companies who are struggling to maximize the profitability of their funnels so they can scale. Through the last 7 years in the online health space, we've optimized many dietary supplement businesses. And in that time, we've uncovered the 3 critical funnels for success. We put together that information in a free digital download called The 3 Funnels Every Health Supplement Business Needs to Build a Multi-Million-Dollar Empire. You can get that free report by going to creativethirst.com. Scroll down to the appropriate section and click on the blue Get Your ebook button.